Hello survivors and welcome to another Silly Saturday. In today's video we are in Twilight Survivors and oh boy, because it is Silly Saturday, we decided to make an eye gouging build on Inukage and it is going to be insane. So for this build to work you actually need a couple of things. Firstly, you are going to need the Dwarf's Craftsman. I do believe you can use Elven Mastery just to get the +1 to all projectiles. So if you haven't got Dwarf Craftsman yet, but you do have the max treed Aldrea, you should be able to use the Elven Mastery then. Next you are going to you don't need anything else on that but the projectiles, but I do use Demonic Meteorite as well as Dwarven Forge for the +6 movement and attack and +2 crit chance and +4 crit damage every 6 levels. So that is really cool, really fun to play with and really makes things a lot easier. The rest of the build, you are going to need his final node on his tree. That makes it so that 20% of the chance that you display a mark on enemies, and if they are hit by a shuriken and they're killed, the mark is shown on enemies that are hit by a shuriken, and if they killed, it will reduce our dash timer by 0.5 seconds. The one thing about Inukage is he gets about 7 dashes, which is just really fun. Alright, so let's get straight into it. We're going to be playing on the Dragon Roar Snow Peaks. Just one thing, as you can see, I did get an S rank on Desolate Ruins. These maps are completely insane. I haven't even been able to finish the next one yet. I'm trying to finish them on different characters. I can do all of this on a single character, but I don't want to do that. But we are going to show you the Divine Desert, and we'll do the Embodiment of Death for you guys. This build is just completely crazy. There was a haste mode added as well, which you unlock when you finish the 4th stages area. Now, because we did show you the cat yesterday and that we get 5 levels to start off with, we do start them off. We want to get Shuriken up and evolved as soon as possible. We did land up getting our skill over there, so we are very happy. Shuriken will evolve and then that's when the shenanigans start. Now I do have a little bit of a disclaimer. This one is going to destroy your eyeballs. I did say we get up to 7 dashes. That is because of ninja as well, so don't stress. As you can see, as we level up the shuriken, now when we dash you can see all of those beautiful ninja stars coming out because of our skill tree. So every time we dash, while we have our shuriken out, each shuriken is going to shoot out ninja kunai, and we are going to be dealing whack tons of damage. So it's going to be very fun. This is the build that I use to clear the area, the brand new areas. They just really hectic. We don't need to pick up anything over here. We are going to go and grab ourselves the mythic altar. Thank you for letting me know that if you click on this, it does show you in the top right side that we need to go that way, and that's going to be very helpful. Grab the air blast because we are going for crit chance and crit damage, since we do have the Dwarven Forge and all that juicy stuff as well. We don't need magic pinball. I'm just going to banish it. I don't want to use a reroll just yet if I don't have to. And then we're going to grab ourselves as much damage as possible. Now I could get the shenanigans going already, but it's just a lot better if we wait till the very end just to save ourselves some sore eyes. Because again, it really does destroy our eyes when we get this going. Now it does work with the death mark. We do need enemies to have that. So there's a part of this game where it's going to say to us, hey, you've got a sandstorm now, and that's going to cause a lot more enemies to spawn. We'll go fireball. That's perfectly fine as well. And then just a small taste of this, if we go and we dash around like that, we land up doing a whole whack to everything. This fireball, this flamethrower that you're seeing over here is because of our cards. When you have 2 of them, the 2 that give you the stats every 6 levels, because you're running the demonic, demonic something, that one, and the Dwarven Forge, the demonic one gives you this flamethrower every so often that deals like 140% of your attack stats. So I do like to go and increase the attack And then there's our crit damage, very nice. We just need a crit chance, and we should hit we should hit 100% crit chance and do as much of that as possible. Alright, elite is dead. I actually didn't even know that was an elite, to be honest. I thought it was just a normal enemy. I really wasn't paying too much attention, which is bad. I should be paying attention. Oh yes, I remember now. We need explosive trap. Now, the way explosive trap works, and it's very funny because you don't need to evolve it or anything. You do need just the explosive trap part of it. Now, the way that it works is explosive trap is going to give you... Oh god, just get rid of these things. Explosive trap works on distance traveled. Now, that does include dashing. So every time you dash, you will put down a couple of bombs, and when we add that with the fact that we have 7 dashes and those dashes can land up being restocked, then you get a whole lot of explosive traps as well. So it's a very fun build, very strong as well, because explosive trap does deal quite a decent chunk of AoE damage. You can see that it's dealing 119 AoE damage, so everything that is over it at the right time is going to be dying. We get our bottled lightning, thank goodness, because we nearly never got it. And then if you do want to traverse the map, you've got 7 dodges every so often to kind of use. But if we go and we dodge like that, things just die. Right is always right, and we actually got something new. Look at that. I love it when things work out the way that we want them to. Alright, so here are the shenanigans. As you can see, we can just go and dash around. I actually can go and put, you know, my fingers on just the space bar, and then the other ones on there, and there we go. You can see the shenanigans now, just what they do. That boss just died instantly, and this is what we did. So, oh no, I wanted the other... Oh man, I wasn't meant to click on that one. Oh, there was a legendary there that we never got, and it was quite funny. I was going to click in the middle, but anyway, the whole point of this is every time enemies get that death mark on them, we land up getting instantly refilled, because a lot of enemies land up dying, and then we land up doing so much damage, and we just keep getting a lot of our dashes back. So we're going to be dashing all over the place, and that is pretty much the build. We don't need anything else here. We could, I mean, I guess we can go for this over here, and we'll get ourselves some free money. Why not? So each icon on the map has certain things that they do. Merchants are the ones that you're looking for. If you can find a merchant, definitely run to them, because they give you a choice of 3 different cards. In this case, we don't have any merchants on the map. I do believe they are more prone to be found on the newer maps. At least you can find them a lot more easily and regularly. You can at least find one every single run that you do it. Something else is, if you die during the run, and you've picked up a card that you have, don't restart the run. Go back to the main menu, because if you restart, it counts as if you haven't unlocked anything again. So if you die and you say restart challenge, you don't leave, or you don't keep all the stuff you would have picked up, like your cards or anything like that. So if you die and you've picked up a card, just go back to the main menu. It does still count as having unlocked it, rather, and you're going to save yourself some heartache for that in the future. Because, you know, I know this because it happened to me. Alright, stats wise, you can see 95% crit chance, 270% crit damage, and we're only 4 minutes into the run. It is only a 10-minute run, but it's just a good example of how you get to 100% crit. You can actually go over 100% crit. You can land up getting yourself over 100%, which is really cool. Anyway, very strong. We're dealing a lot of damage. We're dealing a lot of crit. We got 4 dashes again and a boss to murder, and there we go. Oh, we're in the sandstorm there. There is another hidden boss, ladies and gentlemen. There is a hidden boss in these levels, which I will make a video for. Of course, you know, we got to do that thing, but this one will be based on, you know, just the hidden boss, and maybe one of the other characters as well again. Okay, we do have a sandstorm. I do believe the sandstorm is what I was saying. So there you go. It says spawns additional enemies. Normally there's an indicator on the screen to say it, but in this case it didn't really have it. It's very weird. We do need the enemies to get hit by our shurikens and get those ghostly marks on their heads. And once they've got those on their heads, we can start dashing about and go completely blind because of the game. They do have a visibility effect thing on the game. There isn't any shortcut that I know of on the keyboard for it. Maybe they can do that just like Nordic Ashes and Soulstone Survivors do, where we then able to turn down the visibility effects and things like that. Because as you can see, when you're doing this, it can be a bit crazy. However, I mean, you don't really need to see anything because in this game, if you're doing that, dodge does have R-frames, and because you're dodging around so much, everything's dying anyway. So, I mean, there you go, full clear of absolutely everything. Who needs to see anything when you're dodging everything and they're all dying? Alright, they all got their faces lit up with the curse, and that's when it's time to dodge. Alright, we're going to go for ore damage instead of going for the level up on the fireball. We don't really need any other skills. The shuriken will be more than enough damage. A good thing to check is if you push escape, you can actually see that the skill's broken. Nearly 1 million damage from the lightning bolts, and then shurikens on 330k, and then even explosive trap is sitting on 399,000. So it just shows you just how broken they are. Again, never push that if you're looking for cards to be kept, and we're going to keep going. I did not expect the explosive trap to be doing so much actually, but it just shows you once you have certain things, they just completely break the game. That dude went underground into hiding because he doesn't want to get destroyed. Oh man, okay, we went right, we got something we didn't have. Middle was the one last time. Let's try left this time, and wham bam, we got it. Broken Wings plus minus 35% to all cooldowns. That is actually insane. That makes me want to go and grab the cooldown one, the upgrade that gives you cooldowns on things as well, and the magic the passive that gives you cooldowns. So that's going to be very interesting. Incoming low cooldown build where skills are going off like crazy. That is really interesting to see. Alright, now this is the build I did mention in the beginning of the video. This is the build, I just want to reiterate this, that this is so strong that it is able to complete those brand new levels even on hurry mode. We were able to do the first level. I didn't really want to keep playing this over and over again because then, you know, you kind of get like, you know, you only have to use one build to be able to do stuff. So I'm trying to do it with the other characters, so at least I can be like, hey, we've been able to do it all with everyone. But right now it's looking quite bleak. But the new characters are quite interesting. I've only unlocked Benimaru right now, and the rest of them will come very soon. Okay, even though we're in a sandstorm and there's supposed to be a lot of enemies, but there really isn't. Not a lot happening here. I think the build is just too strong for this level of content. Alright, here is the second to last boss, because at 10 minutes we've got the Anubis fight. Anubis is going to get completely wrecked, so I'm not really worried about that. Alright, let's go for the right one. It was new again. We get a wild ginseng for some HP regen over there. Alright, unfortunately the enemies aren't strong enough for me to really do what we needed to do. Maybe we're going to have to replay this again another time on the hardest levels, just because of how insane the build is. I mean, there you go, it's kind of going now. where we just dash around and everything's as long as things die one after the other, we can just keep dashing like that. It is just so fun and so beautiful to see. And that's what I've been trying to show you guys the entire run. So it's been really, tragic. But there we go. Here comes another one. Pretty cool. We could land up. There is actually something you get for getting his lore all the way unlocked, which maybe I should have put up or should have used one of the cards where you get 15% less dash cooldown, and an extra dash, so we would be at 8 dashes with 15% less dash cooldown. So we could have done something like that. When you're doing the bosses, I would just reckon being a little bit careful. Pay attention not to the boss but to how many dashes you actually have, because there are times where you'll land up dashing and stopping in front of the boss and he'll just turn around and kill you. But we've got a lot of brand new Quent cards this round, and that is fantastic. Did that just do 2k damage? 113% crit chance, 308% crit damage. This build was insane. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And let's see over there. Oh, look at that. 1.4 million damage on. Oh my gosh, this thing just overtook absolutely everything there at the end. Insane build. The fireball was trash. The rest of them are really, really fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.